gotta go live. Gotta go live on the Facebooks. All right, we look like we're about ready to roll here with YouTube and Twitch and Facebook. And let's take a look here. One other thing that I do want to do is get my chat going on the on the YouTube part, I should say. Here's number 18. We did the pop-out chat as it should be. Close that. And all right. Yeah, tonight I'll actually remember to have that available. All right, cool. It is 7 o'clock, so let's go ahead and hit the generate button. And again, with Facebook, we'll actually remember to do it this way, where you can see. This was yesterday's. They can force you to get a job, but they cannot force you to challenge paint. It says you are a great individual. The internet without people is interesting. Ooh, I like it. The internet without people is interesting. I like that. All right, that's. Oh, you're watching on the YouTube feed. Well, hello, my lady. So you saw that. There you go. The internet without people is interesting. That brings to mind, to me, the classic, if a tree falls down in the forest, is anybody here? Because you think of the internet as this, or at least I do, as this resource that people use, but perhaps it is something that has uses even when there are no people utilizing it. Even like just something as simple as a Twitter account that automatically ends up going to like Big Ben and like gong, that sends out a tweet every hour, and it's just bong for one, bong bong, like that sort of thing. Like how long would the internet exist without people to run it, or electricity and everything? But yeah, the internet without people is interesting. That is kind of interesting, I'd have to say. And one thing I've not done much here recently, I have used the blue ballad sound many times here for keyboard, but I haven't started a song with keyboards where I'm actually playing the chords here in a few days. Yeah, it's a very me statement. I appreciate that. I'll take that for a good thing. And my glasses were down here, by the way. So there's that. Why is it cutting off, though? Oh, it's loading. Okay. Actually, I like that quite a bit. It's really basic. It's just the same chord played twice, but the bass note changes, and that makes it interesting to me. So let's name it what it actually is, though, because again, it's Blue Ballad, which essentially is a Fender Rhodes. All right, and let's see what we got. Helps when you don't hit the wrong keys. So where do I go from there? I think I'm going to try to get the entire... I'm going to start with the keyboards. So where do I go from there? Ooh, I like that. I don't think that's the one I want to go to. I don't think that's my third chord, though. This I like. That I like. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Ooh, yes. Okay, that's really cool if I can remember how to do that. Yes. Okay, that's really nice if I go. So it would be this to remember to do this. That I like. To that I like. Yep. And then the second time, add an additional. Okay, so this first time. That I like. Yeah, I really, really like that for my third chord. And then second time, and I hit it again, and then, yes, there it is. Hey, Mr. David Yowd. Yeah, no, glad to have you here watching the process. I was just thinking of you because moments ago, before starting this stream, I made some time to play my Tempest machine. So I was like, yeah, you actually came to mind. I somehow must have mentally conjured you here. I doubt that, but it is a nice coincidence. But it does help if you hit that. Oh, the new environment. You know what? You're going to get the same thing that our friend Tim Kitzrow got. I'm going to give you a little bit of just a slight tour. Let's see. So, working from here with a big ass screen, first of all. But if we go over here, you've got like some classic games, some paintings that need to still be sorted. The other guitar's not hanging up because I'm being lazy and it's right there. We got the classic tube TVs. We've got the... Sorry for those of you who are on the YouTube stream, you're not seeing this, but it's fine. Really. We got this. And classic game systems, including a couple of Commodore 64s. Wonder where I got the one. Here's the piece de resistance. We got the elevator action. We got the Miss Pac-Man and the machine. All right, and then some vinyl and some other stuff. There's a board game dungeon down this way. If we go that way, there is extra storage, including a whole bunch of board games. But I digress. I should get back to writing and recording, but that is a basic idea of what we've got going on. All right, so board game dungeon. Yes, there's a good number of board games in there for sure. Some classics for sure, and some modern classics. All right, so now taking the pressure off of myself a little bit here. Can I remember? I can remember in my head what I did, but can I remember what the relative keys are here? Yeah, there. We start there. That I like. Yeah, that. The first time through, we hit those three. Then that to that to that, and then there it is. That is it. So now I've just got to actually hit it. Got to do it right. Now that was sloppy, but the beauty of MIDI is I could just go into there. If I want to be a stickler, I can try to play it perfectly. Otherwise, I can just go into MIDI and erase that bad note that I hit. And you know that better than anybody, I imagine, David. Yep, that sounds nice. We'll leave it exactly as it is. So, section 1 is going to have the... And I figure any ornamentation that gets added can get added as extra layers. None of this is to be like, I'm an exceptional musician, because I'm not. But I get by, and it's mostly just a matter of picking an idea and sticking with it. So here's your first idea. Yeah, I really, really like that. That is the same chords on the right hand. The only thing changing is that the lower notes, it's just that over and over again. Two chords, but then we're throwing the lower notes in there. Latency on the keyboard with respect to the metronome that makes you have to play the notes early, or is that I think that's Facebook video. But I wouldn't be surprised if my latency could also be improved. But if we listen to it back, I don't think it's too bad if we listen. And I've noticed with Facebook Lives, it'll especially screw things up where it's not even in the right key anymore, or like where it drops the pitch all of a sudden. There's something with Facebook Lives. Yeah. So that's section 1. Section 2. And then the second time through. Yep. Okay, so now I can decide, I can either add extra things to what I've already done, or I can try to say, okay, my first section was the... Okay. But ultimately, I think you know this, again, probably about as good as anyone, David, but the next thing is just making a decision about what comes next. Because the possibilities are infinite, and it's option paralysis. So, what do I do next? I have to decide, to my ear, what sounds good after what I did here. If I'm assuming that this is a bridge, what's going to sound good coming out of this? A lot of times it's grabbing a handful of keys until something sounds good. So that's my note. That. So now, and if I want my chorus to have a hook, I should keep it pretty simple. Okay, what's going to sound good from there? Okay, I could go back to that, actually. That'd be a nice place to start the chorus. Ooh, I like that. I'm on to something. Okay. Okay. Yes. Really going somewhere now. So we got very, very, very close. It's not quite what I'm hearing up here, but it's close now. So we start with I really, really like this, and it is tense, but then we have that release. That's kind of tense too, but like nope. Okay, we want this for sure as a start. I like that, and then almost definitely going to do the E flat, but what is my chord here? Maybe that. Let's try that. Let's see if that works well. Nope. Nope. Don't like that there. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I guess it's going back to the same 2-chord thing again and just changing the lower notes. But I do kind of like it, so that might be what I do here. Let's go with that. Damn it. That's exactly it. What I'm hearing in my head is, once again, it's the 2 chords, but we're going from to. And it sounds like it was this completely different thing, but it's the same concept. I've actually only got 2 chords happening on the right hand, but those low notes are really changing the vibe. Okay, but I think I want to change it up after that. Like, that's a really, really solid start. But then start with very, very, very close though. So I know I like this to that. I like, and then okay, to that and going to that. All right. Okay, yeah, maybe that. Really, really close. Like that for sure. Yep. And then does that lead into a verse well? Yeah, pretty good. Yep. That, I think that might work. So if that works, then we have this for a verse section probably. And you keep that as long as you need the verse to go. And then you hit this. And that's your bridge. And chorus is probably okay, I do think I want that last one to be a little different in the context of what's happening there. Because I bet that would sound really good going back into that. Yes, it would. Yes, it most assuredly would. So, I can do two things here. I can either just adjust the notes, or what I'm actually going to do, which is more work, and I'm just going to re-record that whole section and hope I remember it all. I can already see that was a mistake. Can't see. No, damn it. Worst case, I can undo it. Yeah, that's right. We were that whole thing. Got it. Got it. But I do need to remember there to there. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes happy accident happens because I don't hate that as a transitional chord either. I think that could actually work. It's a little bit odd, but I like that. Okay. There, ooh, yes. That's a winner. That is a winner. All right. Okay. I know what I need to do. Just need to do it right now. Really a handful of keys. That last one is it's weird. I'm using every finger on the right there. A little sloppy, but I think it's acceptable. Okay, yeah, you know what? That last chord, there's a bit of a delay there. So let me see if I can... This one I'm going to move to where it is hopefully on beat. I don't mind. Yeah, that's pretty good. Move that last note back here and see about that. Yep, there it is. That's so much better. All right, cool. And I can also see that I should do probably the same thing with the first chord in this here. I'm not a huge fan of quantize because it makes it sound more human when it's not perfect, but there is something to be said for starting a loop with something that where you do move that to the starting point, because it starts sounding really sloppy as a loop otherwise. So like I will quantize kind of. It's not even so much quantizing as much as saying, hey, that first thing that I played, line that up to where it actually starts exactly where it should. And it will make it to where if there is a loop of some sort, it's just going to sound way better. Boy, I like that chord. I love that combination a lot, actually. Okay, so that's section 1. Section 2. Yeah, I like that a lot. Really like that. Yep. And section 3. That's nice. I got that lit. Oh man, do I like that. And then back into the 1. Okay, that is nice. So we have a verse, a bridge, and a chorus. And now we need, I think, an intro and or outro to consider. Yep, there it is. There it is. I'm not taking nearly as long, but again, if you can remember where you're hitting the keys, that'd be good, though. Yep. That's a little bit of a bizarre one for me, but I'll take it because I like how it sounds. Yeah, I can hear the one note that shouldn't have been in there. So this would probably be a good little intro, hopefully. Let's see. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yep, I like that a lot. So that's probably going to be our intro. Two, three, and like in a way that doesn't connect much. But then I can imagine that going back to that as an ending too. That'll be my last chord. All right, just a handful of keys. Just, I don't get fancy with it. Okay, so now with that, let's move that to where, again, it starts on beat. Yeah, that's nice. All right, I think that is all my pieces. Now, we're going to go ahead and let's start it off. I hit record, intro. And with Ableton Live, I'm going to be kind of deciding what part of the song happens next in real time. Cool. All right, that's section 1. Although what I should be doing here, actually, before I go too crazy, if I want to save myself some time, I should actually build to where it's not just the keyboard part. It occurs to me, oh, if I build the other things on top of this, the bass, the drums, and all of the rest of that, then I will be building more of a full song and not having to play entire portions from start to finish. Because that's what I'll have to do otherwise. So, I hate to continue leaning on it, but I don't at the same point. I've been using the Butch Vig drums, which is a kit that is part of the Complete Control right here, which is part of, yeah, Contact and all of that here. There's this thing for drum loops. Where there's, okay, that's not bad. Although, I don't know if this is a Butch Vig thing so much as, like, I know there's other ones. There's the Abbey Road drum ones. And now that I think about it, the Abbey Road ones, I think, has loops too. This could be good, actually. Like, that's for disco and funk, though. I should consider this. Okay. this is, again, all about making decisions. How about 60s drummer here? That's not really the right step. Okay, I don't hate that. That's called late jazz on the 60s drummer right here. It's got to load all of the sounds. But there's grooves. Yeah. This has potential. If this does what I believe that it might do, where I can just hit a button and say, play that, and not have to perform it like live, that could be good. Okay, so that's grooves. Oh, that's nice. That's going to be really nice if that works like I think it might. Okay, that's really good. I don't know how it's a select by MIDI. That's just instruments. So we don't want to do instruments. We want to just do the actual grooves. That's to play it. How do I do that? This is where it helps to look up this stuff ahead of time. Is there a button that I press on the keyboard that plays the full groove? Or am I, in fact, having to play it myself? Which ultimately I'll do that if it comes down to it. But the whole point of this being like a jazz thing is that there's grooves. The groove browser right there. Okay. It's like... So how do I... That sounds good. How do I trigger on mouse click, it says. Alright. I would be smart to read up on this when I'm not in the middle of trying to create a song. That would be smart. Because right now I'm just adding to it. That sounds amazing. Sounds phenomenal. Is it as simple as... It may be as simple as literally like hitting record though. Let's try that. And hit play. Stop playing it. And did it play? Did it? Yeah, it didn't. It didn't. Like, as long as I hit the play button, it plays. But I don't, and I love the sound of that, by the way. It's a really good sounding thing there. But how do I trigger that within the recording? It says select by MIDI. I would be smart to read into this again when I'm not actually in the middle of trying to write and record a song. But ultimately, I really, really like that half shuffle. That's so good. But how do we select it and say, hey, this is happening? Because right now, this is, again, it's just, I could try that. I could just be like, be what I do though. If I can't get this, figured out, and because I'm losing a lot of time to this too. That's the problem. Because that's just nice. That's a nice sounding groove. Like that. Like that's smooth as hell. So how do we... Because there's got to be a way to just say, hey, do this. Oh, I think you just drag it. You literally drag it. Is that all I've got to do? Yes, of course it is. Just drag the part you want onto the track. You don't have to record it. Just... Duh. Of course. Oh, that sounds so good. That is so much better than it would have been. Alright, so I just need to do the exact same thing. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with gas. So now I'm just going to find a sound that I like and just say, okay, drag that over here. That's so nice. Yeah, let's do that one. 8th hat closed multi. So now we started with this. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. That's so cool. All right, just luckily figured this out. That's so nice. Okay, that just got a lot easier. Yeah. Definitely want something a little fancy. Okay, now I get it. Okay, with that in mind, we're really cooking. Let's go with the MIDI though, and let's get a good sounding bass. In fact, I'm so used to going to complete control for that. Let me go into my classic Cakewalk Sound Center stuff here, because I bet I'm going to find some good sounding Cakewalk bass parts that I can use instead. I've still got the sounds. I might as well use them. I have a whole bunch I haven't installed too, so... All right. So let's see what we got. Now we just got to find a sound I like. Ooh, that's it sounds aggressive, but maybe that's what I want. Oh no, I can see what happened though. I accidentally, I need to undo that, because in doing so, I erased the drums. But they're back because I undid it. So, yeah, let's actually put this on the correct thing here. Let's go back to Cakewalk. All right, bass. Now we're talking. actually like this bass sound. I think this will be good. Okay, that works. Let's try that. 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's. It's a single like whole note. Let's not go boom boom. Keep it sparse at least that first time. In fact, oh yeah, I like that. I'm actually going to go twice as long for the bass. Yeah, let's do that. The first time through the bass, it'll be twice as long. And the first time through, it's going to go nothing fancy at all. And the second time through, we're going to add some flourishes. And I realized that it comes in on the one, there's that gap there. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, let's go twice as long. 3, 4, 1, 2. Oh, I did it again. Keep expecting it to do that, like work. I think it was a little early on that hit. I gotta remember that that when it repeats, it comes in on the one instead. This got a lot of attention now. nice. Okay, so now. Comes back in on the, yeah. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Starts with the C, damn it. Yeah, I can't da 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 da, because if I do that, then I get there too late. And I got to that pretty late. Nope, that was incorrect. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the next part needs space. Yes, yes, big time. That is coming together. Nice. All right, what we got? Oh, so close. Da 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 da. 2, 3, and hit it. Two, three, four. Let's hit it right, please. Ooh, yeah, that's just a single note, but it'd be just an F. So let's do that. So now, I think maybe some guitar and just very sparse guitar. Nothing outrageous. I stumbled upon some plain tones I really liked last night, and it turns out they're also Soldano. It's where I've never had an ear for like knowing like, ooh, I wish I had thousands of dollars for this amp. As it turns out, Soldano amps, at least emulated ones, I'm like, oh, I like them. But then again, I'm using a first act guitar, so I probably don't know what I'm talking about. But I like what I like, I guess. Alright, let's see what we got. Like, to me, that's just a little crunchy and nice. So let's see what we got for sections. Do we want to add anything? Do we want to add anything, I guess? Change it to the other amp that's similar, just to see if I like it better. Both of those are on overdrive right now too, though, so let's... maybe overdrive, but a little less of it. second time. Let it play through the first time then. Maybe a little less than that even. I think I want it to be even a little more clean tone than that. But again, this is where it becomes option paralysis too, because I like that. And that's through the Fender Super Reverb amp, but like, yeah, that's good enough to call it. So let's do it. First time through, I play nothing. Second time through, I do though. And then into whatever I do here. Yeah, I like that. It's basic, it's simple, but it kind of works. I like that. So cool. Like that. Okay, it's along those lines. Let's try and see if we can remember all that. Yeah, I did a little different that time, but I like it better. Yeah, wade into mistakes. This is going to be nice. So let's do it. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, it is. It's coming together, and I like when that happens. That's a little... Nope. Yeah, right idea. One part was a little too sloppy, but I think that was a little late. That was it. So what I think I'm going to end up doing, yes, I want different versions of these with and without the guitar. I think that's going to sound better if I have the opportunity to like duplicate and duplicate this one, and to where I have a choice of going to it with or without the guitar. So the first one, I'm going to delete every other. Okay, so now in fact, I think I even want to do that with the intro. Because no, I think I'm going to keep the intro like it is. All right. Again, it's all about making decisions in the moment. Record, intro. So this is how it's going to start. We're defining the structure of the song as it goes by picking the parts. 3, and verse. No guitar. And then we come in with the guitar with it. Bridged with no guitar. We won't bring the guitar in until the second bridge. Chorus. With guitar. Half as long this time. Again, making the decisions kind of in real time, but bridge with guitar. guitar. Bridge with guitar. Probably gonna solo over this. And now double chorus. Intro. And now the final chord. There it is. So now, if I take all of that together, we have about a 3.5 minute song. Perfect. All right. So now I do think I want to solo over the bridge. I may solo for the rest of the song, actually. kind of like where that's going. Really like that intro. Getting somewhere. Yeah. Very, very close now. That I cannot quite nail down yet. Yep, that was it. That's... yeah, I know what I want to do now. I actually just need to do it. I've got a much better idea, at least. close. So incredibly close. I did not nail down. Did not stick the landing. Did not stick the landing. But other than that. Kept going, but I screwed up. Nope. Yep. So I'm gonna have something for the ending here too. Whoa, I meant to stream an up thumb and all the emojis took a turn. That's funny. We're all good. Now I gotta figure out, like, this will be a little more improv. Like, I'm gonna know where I'm gonna start, but I'm just gonna kind of go wherever it takes me in comparison. Very close. Very close. I like where that was going. But of course, each time that I don't nail it, I'm getting ideas. I know kind of where I want to start. I kind of know where I want it to go. Gonna get there somehow, some way. so sloppy at the end because I think that would have been perfectly sufficient otherwise. Nope. That it was gonna bother me that I came in a little too sloppy for my liking. Really, really liked that one actually, but I need to know where that final note needs to be. Yeah. I like that solo a lot. And then later on we get this one. Yeah, like a little unsure at the end there, but I say that works for it. All right, cool. That is the structure all handled. Next, write the lyrics, sing the vocals, probably call it good. And as a reminder, I don't know if you were here for the prompt, but I gave myself a prompt from inspirobot.me, which is not always work safe. Thankfully, this one was. I did a demonstration of a little bit of this earlier, and it came up with one that was incredibly not work safe, and I was so glad I was not streaming at the time. It was bad. Yeah, and actually it says the internet without people is interesting. So maybe, I don't know if I'm going to call it interesting. The internet without people. How about without people? I think that is actually a thought-provoking title. And so we'll save this, and I'll show you the image that came up. Thank you, David. And here's this. The internet without people is interesting. So now, with that in mind, the internet without people is interesting. We're going to go ahead and write some lyrics. We just call it Without People. And I don't know if you were here for it, but like what it immediately kind of, I don't know if I'm going to use it, but what came to mind for me is the classic, like if a tree falls in a forest and no one's there to hear it, you know, that whole thing. Without people. So now, at 103 beats per minute is what I got here, but I'm going to go ahead and break out ye old classic notebook. The nice part I like about this is, for example, this is a song I love how it turned out. It's on my album Playable on Death, but it's backwards in here, but it's greater than, and you can see, if you look at this, you can see the mistakes that I made or changes. Like, that's the nice part about this, is that you can see, like, oh, I decided I didn't like the original line that I had there and I wrote something else. Like, I love that part of paper and pen, especially with pen where you can't erase it, just cross it out, and you can see kind of, again, almost the thought process shows up there. it's quicker and easier to use like a notepad document or something that's in a computer, but you don't necessarily get to keep like a physical record of like, yeah, you know, it's the handwriting, it's all the things. It's fun. So Without People. Without People is going to be our title. We discovered this an hour and 40 minutes into it. 1/18/2023. We're going to circle January and 18 on this particular piece of paper because it has that. And now I'm going to export this into my software that I'm even more familiar with, the classic that is Adobe Audition, which is old school. Adobe Audition 3.0. 103 beats per minute. So we'll start by doing that. We'll go 103 beats per minute. I will save this session first of all in its proper folder. Go into the files that I just created and import them. That's the solo, I see that. All right, let's start with the drums, which I think it looks like those are the drums. That's probably the bass. I didn't mark all of it. But let's start with that. The drum, we'll mute everything first. Drums first. That just sounds nice and clean. Bass. Just drop it a bit in the mix. What do I want to do with the EQ? Not that. How about I take what I have for the bass thing and drop them down where it's not as... It's a little more subtle. Yeah, I like that. Drums versus the bass, where they're not overpowering. I want this to be prominent. Add some reverb to that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and apply that to all tracks. Hit File, hit Save. Go to my effects rack in here with all my vocal settings, and let's see what we got here. That not as high. Let's do that as like. Okay. Okay, so now part of it is going to be outlining how many words I need, how many lines I need. No lyrics there. Probably starting here. That's line 1. Line 2 is gonna be here. Line 3, but I need to come up with a melody. That's line 4. And here it continues. It's gonna be 8 lines for the verse. That's what I know now. Bridge. 1 line. That's probably 2 lines there. 3 lines. And 4th line there. It's ending. And then it's chorus time. You got it something. That's 3rd line. I need a 4th line right here. Yeah, probably 4-line chorus. And then we come back in for another verse, which is half as long, so it's going to be 4 lines on the verse instead of 8. Then it'll be repeat bridge and chorus. Yeah, let's put in a happy little tree. Exactly. A little Bob Ross in that. And then a solo. Double chorus, and out. So, I need a 4-line bridge, a 4-line chorus, and 12 lines of verse. So I need 20 lines. It's like having 10 lines of code and putting out a Commodore 64 cartridge. Not quite the same. But I have my gap, I have my space. Oh, I definitely want to bring that down in the mix. I don't want it to compete with the lead vocal. Because, again, as a reminder, it's the internet without people is interesting. And I actually think of the other thing that comes to mind. I don't often talk about what the song is going to be about or anything. It's just kind of whatever comes about. But I don't remember the name of the spacecraft. I think it's a Voyager, one of the Voyager ones, the one that has reached the outermost, like the furthest that we've ever gone. We launched it out with like the gold record on it. Haha, gold record race. Go figure. To see if there's any signs of life out there. So I'm imagining in this case like an internet that still exists but no people to run it. So it's like the collective of human experience collected in this thing, but no humans left to access it. Yeah, I was thinking Voyager 1. I think it's exactly. I think it's Voyager 1. I was reading about that, and that was fascinating to me that we've been able to pick up Voyager 1, and I think Voyager 1, if I had read the article, if I remember the article right, it was to a point where we were potentially about to lose signal with it finally. Where it had gone to like the edge of what we know as the universe. I don't recall if it's still reporting back to us. I'll actually want to look that up. According to July 1st, 2022, after nearly 45 years in space, they are still functioning, sending data back to Earth every day from beyond the solar system's most known distant planet. So it's still operational as of July 1st. That's insane. The first human-made object to venture into interstellar space. I think that's what it was, is it had broken through like a barrier like that. Yeah, it's very lonely. Yeah, NASA gets Voyager 1 talking again and discovers a new something on August 31st here. Oh, phone needs to be charging here. Phone's almost dead, unlike Voyager 1. Unknowable journey into deep space. Okay, and it doesn't have to necessarily be about this, but that came to mind, and it'd be this thing of like someone finds Voyager 1 and comes to see us, but we're all gone. That's kind of where without people comes to mind. It's like, I got your message, I came here, but apparently I was too late. Because y'all are gone! Yeah, we're getting somewhere now. Woo-hoo. I got your message. Yeah, we're getting somewhere for sure. Okay, we're getting there. Billions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. There we go. Billions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. I got your message and came here as soon as I could. There we go. Miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. Okay, that works. Billions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. Just a bit beyond. All right. Billions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. Let's try that. I'm hearing... Oh, I bet it's my... It can't be... Maybe it is my phone. There's something that's causing like a bad interference. Might be placement of my phone, actually, but let's try that again. Billions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. I got your message and came here as soon as I could. Billions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. I got your message. I got your message and came here as soon as I could. Billions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. I got your message and came here as soon as I could. There it is. Billions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. Boy, there's some reverb on that. What happened there? Something went weird. Well, actually, a little bit of extra reverb, it makes sense there too, though. So let's roll with it, but I need to sing better. Billions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. I got your message and came here as soon as I could. Exactly. We came to the same conclusion there, good sir. Billions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. I see what happened there. I got your message So now I should actually, like, if I'm using this as a, what was on the gold record? I want to say Chuck Berry is on the gold record. What is on the golden record? 116 images and a variety of sounds. And the items for the record, which is carried on both the Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 spacecraft, were selected for NASA by a committee chaired by Carl Sagan. I love that Carl Sagan was involved on that. I really do. First audio section contains a spoken greeting. So it's greetings in 55 languages. Sounds. The next audio section is devoted to the sounds of the Earth. It includes a tame dog herding sheep, Morse code, ships, precisely a ship's horn, horse and cart, train, brain waves. The life signs included on the record were an hour-long recording of the heartbeat and brain waves of Andrew. Okay. Oh, that's very nice. That Carl, who would go on later to marry Carl Sagan. And following the section of the sounds of Earth is the eclectic 90-minute selection of music. So you have Bach on there. Yeah, Chuck Berry's Johnny B. Good. Yeah, see, I thought it was Johnny B. Good that they got on there. But some Bach, some Mozart. Most of it is Beethoven, Bach, and Mozart. And then Chuck Berry. And then Blind Willie Johnson. Dark was the night, cold was the ground. Wow. All right. Okay. I don't know how much that will play into the lyrics, but that does help, like, to give the idea that there's greetings on there, and there's photographs somehow. I mean, that's a fancy record. So they can figure out how to get an hour-long thing of brainwaves somehow into a gold record race into space. Beyond the neighborhood, just a bit. I got your message and came here as soon as I could. This pen to work. Okay. so let's see what we got here.
Millions of miles away,
Just a bit beyond the neighborhood.
I got your message and came here as soon as I could. Millions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. I got your message and came here as soon as I could. Millions of miles away,
Just a bit beyond the neighborhood.
I got
Got your message and came here as soon as I could. I heard your greetings, saw your pictures on a disc of gold. I heard your music and traced the source back.
millions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. I got your message and came here as soon as I could. Millions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood.
Okay, I've like one line away from finishing the verse. Half a line. I heard on a disc of gold. Oh my goodness. Okay. Making a breakthrough here. I got the verse. I want to record that before I lose that, but I also don't want to lose the idea that's coming for the bridge. I heard your greetings, saw your pictures on a golden disc. I heard your music and traced the source back, and here it is. I heard your greetings. I heard on both of that. Absorbed your music. Second time, absorbed your music, because I don't want to do heard twice. I like absorbed your music better. That's way better. I heard your greetings, saw your pictures on a golden disc. Absorbed your music and traced the source back, and here it is, here it is. I heard your greetings, saw your pictures on a golden disc. Absorbed your music and traced the source back, and here it is. Yeah, that works. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere.
Millions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. I got your message and came here as soon as I could. I heard
Oops.
good
I'm gonna get rid of that little click.
as I could. I heard your greetings, saw your pictures on the golden disc. Absorb your music and trace the source back. Here it is.
One line away from the bridge being done. One line away. have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone wrong. But I have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone wrong. I thought there'd be people here, but it looks like you're all gone. But I have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone wrong. Thought there'd be people here. I think I don't want it to do that on this next one here. I'll save the for the second chorus. But I have to admit, it's seeming like it's seeming like something has gone wrong. I left the word gone out there. Let's try that again. But I have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone wrong. I thought there'd be people here, but it looks like you're all gone. But I have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone wrong. But I have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone wrong. And I'm going to sing it again. Yeah. But I have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone wrong. I thought there'd be people here, but it looks like you're all gone. Slightly different that way. I understand what went wrong now. I've been recording on the same channel as the solo, and the solo is set for different things. That explains a lot. I'm like, why does the vocal sound so weird? That is why. Because I have been recording on the wrong track. But I have to there. Yeah, like, I think I will still throw up some reverb and stuff on there. But billions of... Yeah, I'm like, okay, that's... of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. I'm gonna go nuts with the reverb in comparison. I got your message and came here as soon as I could. Yes! I heard your greetings, saw your pictures on a golden disc. Absorb your music and trace the source back. Here it is. But I have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone wrong. I thought there'd be people here, but it looks like you're all gone. So did I mess up the solo settings? Okay, so I need a chorus in one verse, and I'm done. And well, and I should do some backup vocals. Let's do some backup vocals because reasons. All right, vocal 2. Because reasons.
Billions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. I got your message
And came here as soon as I could. Okay, that's going to be good to jump in there, I think. And came here as soon as I could. Saw your pictures on a golden disc. Saw your pictures on a golden disc. Because I went up. Saw your pictures on a golden disc. Absorbed your music. Absorbed your music. Absorbed your music and traced the source back, and here it is. Okay, along those lines. Absorbed your music and traced the source back, and here it is. To admit, it seems like something has gone wrong. But I have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone wrong. Since you try to put the song prompt phrase explicitly into the chorus, no, I do not. I only use the prompt as kind of a baseline of where to start, and I will use as little or as much of it as I choose. And truth be told, this is the first year that I've done InspiroBot as that prompt. Last year it was tea bags. Like if you have like the Good Earth tea, for example, like you'll have like this right here where it's like the Good Earth right there. It says Good Earth. And it would have a quote on it, for example, where it'd be every story has an end, but in life, every end is just a new beginning. Malcolm S. Forbes. So I would probably just take whatever that made me think of. And, you know, that's what I did last year. This year it's InspiroBot. And so, yeah, I mean, because I don't necessarily want it to ruin the song, and sometimes it does. Like last year, I had one of them where it was... dream big, work hard, drink tea. And I was like, that is so ridiculous. Like, the smart thing to do would have been just do dream big, work hard. But that day I was feeling particularly cantankerous, and I said, hell with it, I'm actually going to call this dream big, work hard, drink tea. And I don't know if the song suffered as a result of that, but that day I said, yeah, no, I'm going to actually include drink tea as part of it. I do enjoy drinking tea, so that was part of it. But I'm just like, no, I'm just going to lean into it. So I guess it also depends on the day. Like how much I'm going to decide to lean into it is going to depend on my mood that day. And just, I'm going to decide to go with it. So I'm just leading it where it takes me. But I do think that the concept of someone who was like an interstellar traveler that ended up finding the golden disc on Voyager 1 and came back here expecting people and discovering that we all were gone. Like we screwed up the planet somehow. There's plenty of ways that could happen. If somehow the internet still existed, like we knew that we were toast, and like there's a song called "Recorded Message" by Liam Lynch and Matt Crocco that comes to mind. Probably not too far off with the Voyager 1 thought of that. When we have that prompt to work with, and the prompt says the internet without people is interesting. I'm taking the without people bit a little bit on the literal side. Like I imagine it would be very interesting potentially for a visitor who was coming here to see us and it turns out we're not there anymore, but maybe there's the story of our demise that's right there in the internet. And yeah, a lot of ways you can go with that. You could rhyme interesting with more Caesar dressing. With no more Caesar dressing, with interesting Caesar dressing. That's amazing. Probably not going to do it, but I love that. I love that. But I have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone wrong. There'd be people here, but it looks like you're all gone. And that sounds like this. I am going to jump in with the I thought I's first note. I thought there'd be people here, but it looks like you're all gone. I thought there'd be people here, but it looks like you're all gone. Okay, we need a good, strong chorus. And we need one more verse, and I think the song is going to be done outside of that. So let's do the low harmony here. But I have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone wrong. I thought there'd be people. I sang it different the second time, so. Thought there'd be people. I thought there'd be people here, but it looks like you're all gone. I thought there'd be people here, but it looks like you're all gone. Nice. Oh, yes. Okay, here we go. But there's something right, there we go. But there's something that you left behind. But there's something that you left behind, and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. But there's something that you left behind, and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. All right, I like that. But there's something that, but there's some, but there. I think it's the opening note. But it's some. But there's something that you left behind, and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. That's, yeah. But there's something, but there's something that you left behind, and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. That's going to be how to do it. Yeah, I got to do it right, but that's going to sound good. But there's something that you left behind, and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. Yes. But there's something that you left behind, and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. This definitely goes on the album, the one that ended his career, Part 3, which is coming out not this April, but next April. Something has gone wrong. It's a strange enough song that it probably belongs on the one that ended his career, Part 3. I was like, wait a minute. That's it. Okay. But there's something that you left behind, and you end. But there's something that you left behind, and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. But there's something that you left behind, and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. I'm realizing I'm singing over the solo. It's not even the right section of the song. I was like, wait a minute. It sounds weird and different. It's because it's the wrong section. Thank you for the nice polysyllabic. Right. I blame MF Doom. That guy was insane. One man's waist is another man's soap. Son's fan base, other man, brother man's dope. Yeah, well, yeah. One man's waist is another man's soap. Son's fan base, another brother man's dope. It's like each of those syllables, like pow, 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 pow. Ridiculous, that dude. All right, no longer with us. But it's But there's something that you left behind and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. We are getting somewhere. I think I need one more verse. I need to sing this chorus again, and I think for the final chorus, I'm going to throw in a third harmony, or third vocal, which I would normally do as a high harmony. I've been taking what I would do for a high harmony and dropping it an octave down to where it's actually a lower harmony, and it's sounding really cool when I do that. So that might be what I do again tonight. But there's something that you left behind and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. But there's something that you left behind and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. It goes to an unexpected place there too. All right. But there's something that you left behind and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. But there's something that you left behind and you called it the internet. I went up there and I want to change that. Behind and you called it the internet, called it the internet. But there's something that you left behind and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. Called it the internet. So like if I was going to do a high harmony there, what I think I would be doing... First of all, we're going to go ahead and duplicate everything about the second vocal. And we're going to, I think, yeah, I did 42%. That wasn't an accident. Left behind and you called it the internet. And there's understand that exists without people to connect to it. And something that you left behind and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. That's gonna sound nice. Something that you left behind and you called it the internet. Something that you left behind and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Oh, listen to me coming through too much to the point where I'm feeding back. All right, how about the vocals by themselves here?
But there's something that you left behind, and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it.
That ended a lot better, but I think I need to be a little, like, there's a couple of notes I was not sure about, and it shows. I can do better, and I need to do a little bit better than that. Like, it wasn't bad, but I gotta get a couple of notes right. So this thing that it exists and they come to connect to it. Single note. Something that you left behind and you called it the internet. That's gonna sound way better. I realize it's one earphone off on this. Something that you left behind. Something that you left behind and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. Yes, so much better. I nailed down what I needed to do with it, and that was perhaps the most important part, was like, okay, knowing where I'm going with it, and then we get this. It was just much more confident vocal. And the one ear off, I think, really helped on this one.
But there's something that you left behind, and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it.
Yeah, that's so nice. And then with the chords in the music, we get this.
But there's something that you left behind, and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it.
I need one more verse, and the song is done outside of any mixing. So let's get kind of an idea of where everything is at. And what is it that I want to say after that chorus? Like I guess it's going to involve what the being who's conveying this message found on the internet that made it interesting.
Millions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood.
And I think I just answered my own question.
I got your
What they probably find is clues as to how we disappeared.
I heard your greetings, saw your pictures on a golden disc. Absorbed your music and traced the source back, and here it is.
Okay, that gives me a really good idea of actually what I'm going to do. lines. 2 lines away from completion here. I think we got it. All right, here we go. Oops. There's so much to research, your best and worst, it's all here. There's so much to research, your best, your worst, it's your best. There's so much to research, your best and worst, it's all here. I think I see clues of how you may have disappeared. There's so much to research, your best and worst, it's all here. I think I see clues of how you may have disappeared. There's so much to research, your best and worst. I think that's going to be the last bit. Maybe the answer to why humans are gone is behind an article paywall so the alien never finds. I love that. Love that theory. It's like the paywall's still there and there's no one to pay because the people are all gone. It's a Twilight Zone episode. There's so much to research, your best and worst, it's all here. I think I see clues of how you may have. But once again, finishing this song just basically meant setting aside the time to do it and then doing it. Set aside time to do the thing and do the thing. And I know you know how that works because that is how you've gotten your episodes of the Explain in 64 Seconds done. You are a similar doer of things. When you can set aside the time to do it, you do, and you create really amazing things. So thank you. Nice to see you in here for that reason too. Like from one fellow creator of things to a creator of things. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being awesome because I think you're highly underappreciated. I think I see clues of how you may have disappeared. I think I see clues of how you may, I hold the may longer. I think I see clues of how you may have disappeared. There we go. It's behind a paywall. But I would think that this being like that has a way to. Oh, thank you. This being that had a way to transport themselves to our galaxy where and to our planet where we no longer are, where we are presumably extinct in this scenario, would probably be smart enough to read between the lines. And in fact, it would not be surprising in my mind if it's something where it's like, yeah, I've seen this elsewhere. It's not just you guys. The same thing that ruined other life got you guys too. You were not immune to it. You know, that's. So there you go. All right, with that in mind, on that bright and happy note, let's see what we got. It's a very strange, yacht rocky thing happening here, considering the subject matter. But I like that about it in a way.
Millions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood.
Just a bit.
I got your message and came here as soon as I could. I heard your greetings, saw your pictures on a golden disc. Absorbed your music and traced the source back. Here it is.
I like that it's a story song though. I don't do a lot of those.
But I have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone.
Love that harmony right there. It turned out so good. The chord structure there.
I thought there'd be people here, but it looks like you're all gone. But there's something that you left behind.
Oops. Whoopsie. Gotta go back to that because I was trying to edit and I screwed something up there. Whew, it's back.
You called it the internet, and it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it.
Social commentary.
So much to research, your best and worst, it's all here.
Via science fiction.
I think
Like the Twilight Zone.
clues of how you may have disappeared.
This is as close as I will probably ever get to writing an episode of the Twilight Zone.
But I have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone wrong. I thought there'd be people here, but it looks like you're all gone.
I wrote a song about an episode of Twilight Zone before though. The very first one.
You left behind and you called it the internet.
Oops.
It's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it.
I like this song though.
But there's something that you left behind and you called it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. But there's something that you left behind and you
nice. I like that one. Oh, you can hear the... Where did that come from? How could we even hear that? Because there's nothing with a microphone that should be able to hear the click track. That is totally a click track thing, and there's no... Oh, guitar. But the thing is, the guitar wasn't going through a mic. So that's interesting that it picked something up like that, considering it wasn't going through a mic. It was just going through a line. It's like, how am I hearing a click track in there? There's nothing with a microphone that's live on that. And somehow it bled, the click track bled into the guitar. All right. Because I didn't record it like a mic. I plugged it direct in. All right, cool. Let us mix it down. Let me do something else here. There's something that I should absolutely do. Thank you very much. Whoa, let's move that. Because you are one of my Patreon patrons, sir, I'm going to send you a little something. And give me a moment. I will send you something you deserve because you're a Patreon patron. Glad that's not my new song. That's very tuneless of me just then. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for being here, Mr. David. Yowd. All right. Boom. Okay. So now you should have a code. As my Patreon patron, you will now have a code for the entire album on the Bandcamp. And save. And close. And all right.
There's so much.
And let's do this. This time I will remember to actually do the fade out like I'm supposed to. Yeah, cool. Glad you got it. Awesome. Thanks for sticking around. Have a good sleep. I'm going to try to do the same. The insane part about Jamuary this year is doing this while also doing 60-hour work weeks between two jobs. Like that, I don't know what's wrong with me in that regard, but glutton for punishment, I guess. What were we calling this one again? It had a name. Without people. That's right. Without people. Cool. Let's save that and oop, no, we do not want to. We want to make sure we save it, close it. Do not save any additional changes because anything it could screw it up. Like what on earth? I hear myself playing like Yar's Revenge or something there. That's or E.T. That's oh yeah, because I had that pulled up for some reason. Yeah, let's close that. We don't need to listen to me playing E.T. I needed to reference it for something that is work related, like a fun little thing that they're doing. Where on earth is that playing? That's funny, but it's like where is it playing from? Because it needs to go away now. It's something with. Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, no, you're hearing me. Let's close that. It's not that. It's not that. Yeah, let's close that. I genuinely don't know where this is playing from. It's being spooky and weird. Close. That should not be it. What is going on? It's... Yeah, no, that is definitely audio of me playing E.T. And I genuinely... Let me close this. That's not it either. I have nothing open that should be able to play this. Is there something on my phone?
Oh,
Is
there
it
we
coming through
go.
my
It's in the
phone?
forest. Nice little break from that because my heart was just about to pound out of my chest just then.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
Boy, I did not like that.
I did not like the fact that it is continuing to play from some source that I don't know where it's at. I have no Google Chrome open. I have no Firefox open. This makes no sense that this is playing in the background.
It's in the forest. Don't forget it's in the forest.
All right, that's great and all, but play on server. Maybe that's what it is. End that task. Nope. What on earth is playing this? So yeah, no, my world record ET high score is playing for some reason, like a video of it. All 8.5 hours of it. Okay, I think I may have just figured it out, actually. May have just figured it out. I can think of one source that it could be playing from. This makes no sense at all. Quit! It was playing in Slack. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. That was weird. That was weird. That was a first. No, there was a thing that I was doing for my work that they're going to kind of spotlight what I'm doing with Jamuary, but also like the ET world record and a couple of things. So I needed to reference it at that point, and that was why. And there we go. So now, with that in mind, let's actually master this. That blew me away. That was a little weird. And they may or may not even mention the ET bit of it. Alright, we're mastering it. That was bizarre.
Billions of miles away, just a bit beyond the neighborhood. I got your message and came here as soon as I could. I heard your greetings, saw your pictures on a golden disc. Absorbed your music and traced the source back. Here it is. But I have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone wrong. I thought there'd be people here, but it looks like you're all gone. But there's something that you left behind, and you call it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it. There's so much to research, your best and worst, it's all here. I think I see clues of how you may have disappeared. But I have to admit, it's seeming like something has gone wrong. I thought there'd be people here, but it looks like you're all gone. But there's something that you
Really? Close.
left behind, and you call it the internet. And it's interesting that it exists without people to connect to it.
still miss being able to do things in the background while the mastering is playing, and it's not how it's set up now. And that is it. Thank you. Good night. Drive safe.